This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. This is actually the final part of the 2-year-old roundup from July. That's now the 8th of August. I think we've done 8 here. We've got about 13 now, I think, 12 or 13. We just need to let these run now, I think, over the next few months. And it's going to take probably a pattern race win now to get a video, I think. We've got a few nice ones, though, ahead of pattern races. And I think this one here, these two here, could prove to be very nice. And maybe they might both get on Classic Watch 24.great/site.net in the future. Who knows? But that is where you'll be able to find horses for the 2024 Classics in due course. There may be, obviously, some Australian horses as well coming up in the next couple of days. It wouldn't take long. We've just got to decide whether they're sprinters or not. But we're going to focus now on these two horses. Before, thank you very much for supporting the channel, as always, and liking the videos, watching the videos. It's all very much appreciated. The first horse I'm going to bring you, well, this is why we get out of bed in the morning, horses like this. Henry Longfellow, what a horse. I mean, this one here, it's impossible for me not to think that this is a classic horse. I mean, to think that we've got City of Troy in this going round at the same time, absolutely frightening for everybody else. It's one first time out on the 22nd of July, running to 97. We've had pattern races about that. We saw that the other day. A maiden's run to 80. You know, this horse has put in a good performance even on debut at the Coa on the 23rd of July. I mean, look at the pedigree of it by Dubawi, the Godolphin Stallion, out of Minding, the Coolmore Wonder Mare. I mean, absolutely superb initial breeding. People will see that the horse is from family line 1D. And people might also look at the second dam and think, oh, yeah, I remember her as well. That's because this horse is a very well-bred horse. Henry Longfellow, without any shadow of a doubt. Take a look at the dam Minding, winner of 9 of her 13 races. We'll just count all these Group 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 time Group 1 winner, Minding. I think it was a classic winner, wasn't it? Yes, it won the Irish. She won the Irish 1,000 Guineas. And she also won the Oaks, the UK Oaks. And she also won the Pretty Polly as well in that year, as well as the Nassau. What a horse. Brilliant. I mean, this is her first foal to race. No progeny tab exists, according to the Racing Post. So it's on to the second dam, Lily Langtree. I mean, we'll look at Lily Langtree's form first. Very good filly as well. Winner of 5 of 11 races, rated 117. Minding was rated 123. It's not too difficult to see how this horse is turning out 97 debut runs, is it really? I mean, this horse could be anything. I'm looking forward to this one, it's fair to say. It won the 2010 Coronation Stakes, Lily Langtree, and it also won the 2010 Matron Stakes. I don't think she won a classic though. No, she didn't. She was a good 2-year-old as well, winning a 433,000 Tattersalls time form fillies race by 2 1/4 lengths as well as winning a Group 2 as well, which was the Debutante Stakes, Lily Langtree. But as well as producing Minding, who won a classic, Lily Langtree has also produced another 2 classic winners by Galileo. One of them was a classic winner last year, Tuesday. Winner of the 2022 Oaks, the UK Oaks. Also a runner-up in the 2022 Irish Guineas. And then she finished on a high as well, winning at the Breeders' Cup. She's also a horse was on Classic Watch 2023. Very good racing, 122, sorry, Classic Watch 2022. Race rating of 119. Another superb filly. Empress Josephine, another one. For a year before that, she managed to get ahead in front and win the Irish 1,000 Guineas of 2021. That was her only pattern race victory, but what a time to do it. In a classic, ended up rating 111. Her best run was deemed that to be when she was third in the First Lady Stakes at Keeneland, behind Blowout. Another classic winner there. Hoity Toity, the third dam you'll see there, that there's Lily Langtree. It starts to become a bit normal then. So we went further back onto the legacy line, and we noticed that Brulette was also at the dam figured in on this line as well. Brulette's the 10th dam of this horse. So I knew then, that I was in business, because Brulette is the one that was also related to Little Big Bear. People look, they will see Brulette is the 10th dam. Where we fall off it was got Protein and Poroside after that. Tropical Sun and Belle Sauvage. And they're just a little bit lower. Tropical Sun and Belle Sauvage are there. Noble Lassie and Vive la Reine. Noble Lassie is very closely related to the Arc winner, Vaguely Noble. But we remembered that All Along also is related. All Along was a very good filly. All Along was one an Arc winner as well. Winner of 9 of her 21 starts. Plenty of top wins there. She won the Prix Vermeil at 3, second in the Allery, second in the Japan Cup. At 4, she won the Rothmans Invitational in America, the Turf Classic in America, the Washington DC International in America, and the Arc. Very interesting campaign. And at 5, she was second in the Breeders' Cup and the Arc. Horse of the Year and Champion Older Female in the USA and France in 1983. And she, of course, is the 4th dam of Little Big Bear. 3rd dam, sorry, even better, of Little Big Bear. Which means that we can stop talking about the distant pedigree now, and I can just set you some more homework and insert the Little Big Bear video at this point now, and you can all just right-click it and go and watch it after this video if you're interested in the distant pedigree of this horse. But for All Along, we are very close. This horse here, Henry Longfellow, and mine didn't come to think of it, was very closely related to Little Big Bear. Very closely related. If people go back as far as 1928, they soon get to where they need to be in 1979. Very, very simply, really. Very good horse. Very good horse, Henry Longfellow. One other horse I did notice was a Lead on Time. Now, if I've looked at a sire called Gree de Gree, and Lead on Time is actually out of Alethea as well. And Alethea is the 5th dam of this horse, Henry Longfellow. Alethea, Lead on Time side 9 stakes winners, and was a perfectly respectable stallion in his own right. You see there, it's the Grand Dam, Grand Dam of over £17 million worth. Sire of 9 individual stakes winners himself. But it's the dam sire of horses like Alnamix, a very top class jump stallion, Alnamix, as well as this horse here, Gris de Gris. I don't know how he's getting on at stud. 2 stakes winners in France. Yeah, another interesting horse I found. Definitely lead on time. So it's difficult really to work out how this horse can fail. Lead on time won Maurice de Geest, Group 1 winner, and also won the Criterium de Maison Lafitte at 2. So this horse here is definitely an interesting prospect to look forward to. So before we move on to the next one, let's watch the horse win, shall we?
We're nearly all set, I think. Mythology will be the final one.
Net off. They break away in the Oaks Day opener over 7 furlongs, 9 runners in the Jot Montada GBF 2-year-old maiden. Well into stride in the orange cap Mythology, leads Cognac and Cool Dan. More to the centre, Henry Longfellow, the striped cap alongside stable companion Master of the Hunt in a distinguishing blue hat. Ringside timing next to the Avatar Jet and Count von Braun, and the back marker is Ocean Conquest. But they're very tightly grouped, heading just outside the 4 furlong point, and Cognac just edges to the front from Mythology on the rail, closely followed by Henry Longfellow. Right in behind them is Master of the Hunt, and ringside timing next with Avatar Jet and Cool Dan with the final couple. Heading past halfway, Count von Braun and Ocean Conquest. It's Cognac by 3 parts of a length to the favourite, Henry Longfellow. Lying up a handy second now with nudged along on the rail Mythology, Master of the Hunt next with Cool Dan, and ringside timing who's getting a reminder. Avatar Jet next, then Ocean Conquest and Count von Braun. Racing inside the final 2 furlongs, and Mythology is fighting against the rail. On the outside is Henry Longfellow as these two kick clear from Master of the Hunt. Ocean Conquest next, tying up is Cognac, and it's Henry Longfellow striding on. Couple of lengths clear from Mythology, Master of the Hunt. Ocean Conquest runs on the outside, but Henry Longfellow will win the Oaks Day opener for the race favourites ride more than Aidan O'Brien. Mythology second and third, Master of the Hunt 1, 2, 3 for Ronald Michael Tabor. Ocean Conquest in fourth.
So it's another one off the conveyor belts of...
Yeah. I mean, we can review these races by using fair use. And that's what we intend to do now. So basically, how can people fault that? It was a bit of a Coolmore procession, wasn't it? 3 Coolmore fillies, and then poor old Ocean Conquest latching onto the back of them. But the first 4 were a long way clear, weren't they? You know? And I thought Mythology ran a nice race there as well. Hopefully one day we get to look at her nicely if she wins the races she needs to win. This horse here, Henry Longfellow, absolutely superb performance. I thought that was for debut. Travelled well, you saw that in the race. It was passing them on the flat before the race had even started, which is always, I think, a very good sign. And then once Ryan Moore asked it quickened nicely, didn't it? And it was finding plenty at the line. Over 7 furlongs, you'd think it'd easily stay a mile this year. I mean, are they going to let it race City of Troy at 2? That'd be a very interesting race, wouldn't it? City of Troy already miles ahead, really, on a rating of 116 from his Group 2 win. But you would think if Henry Longfellow was to come out and win a group race on his second start, you know, they'd be struggling to 8 in below 110, wouldn't they, you'd think? With natural progression of, say, 10 or so. Puts him to 107. Very interesting horse, I think. Henry Longfellow. And hopefully he will do the business for us at some point next season, or this season even. The next one we're going to take a look at is, I think, it's an interesting horse. War Rooms. War Rooms owned by Brook Farm Bloodstock, sired by Churchill, out of a dam called Apticanti. This horse was bred by Lynch Bages. I'm going to pronounce that. Apologies if I get the name wrong. And Camas Park Stud. And it won first time out on the 27th of July at Doncaster by, I think, a very impressive 4 3/4 lengths, running to a mark of 91. And I don't think we've followed any Owen Burrows horses in Classic Watch videos on this channel before, so we're trying to break new ground here. I think this horse has certainly got the pedigree to be chanced, without any shadow of a doubt. Immediately and historically, we're going to take a look at it now. Apticanti is the dam. You'll see there's actually a 146 rated National Hunt horse there. So you think that this horse would have good stamina if it's by Churchill. The best on the flat so far has been the 102 rated Herring Island. So it's got a bit to prove before I'm totally convinced that it's a classic horse. It's got a bit to prove. If people look at the second dam though, Musicanti, before they do that, Apticanti on the track, trained by Barry Eels, only raced twice, according to these. I've got no reason to disbelieve them at this stage. Thought it was only foaled in 2008. The second dam, Musicanti. You'll see there that the horses are starting to come through a little bit. Musicanti, side by Nijinsky, out of a dam called Populi, side in 1991. And again, they're telling us that we'll check these after. Musicanti saying they only raced twice in her career. Let's see if we can check them now. Always disappointing when the Racing Post doesn't do the job. It can prove to be right. This will tell, but I just don't trust it. Applicanti did in fact race twice. If Musicanti raced 3 times, we've got to learn to trust it, haven't we? In videos. Musicanti actually raced 12 times. Thank you very much. Winning 1 out of 12 starts and $53,000. 4th in the listed Prix Nimbus in France. It's giving the little clues there, you see, as to how well bred this horse is, Musicanti. You'll see that she is also the dam of Distant Music. Distant Music, I couldn't find siren many stakes winners. It was a good horse, winner of 5 of 14 races, rated 123, winner of the 1999 Dewhurst, and it also won the Champagne Stakes of 1999. It won the Park Stakes in September 2000 as well, Group 3. And then it won a Group 2 in 2001, the Goffs International Stakes. So that's a good horse, very good horse. The only evidence I can find of its stallion as siren a stakes winner is in Australia in the 2009 Mannerism Stakes, which side the winner called Symphony Miss. New Orchid, there's another one that's also out of Musicanti. This one deemed to have raced 5 times by the Racing Post and have ran to 105, second in a listed race, the Aphrodite Stakes in 2003, and also third in the 2003 Lancashire Oaks. I mean, she's bred some very nice horses, New Orchid, and they've also bred some nice horses. African Rose is one such horse, rated 116, winner of 2 stakes races, winner of the 2008 Sprint Cup at Doncaster, normally ran at Haydock, rescheduled that year, and also won a listed race at Longchamp in 2008. The Prix de Pont Neuf, second behind March on Door in the Maurice de Guiche, so also a very good dam. And she bred a very promising 2-year-old who suddenly died age 4, called Fair Eva. She was a very good winner at 2 of the Group 3 Princess Margaret Stakes. It was sponsored by Juddmonte on the day that year and was 5th behind Winter in the 2017 UK 1,000 Guineas. Very, very good horse. Dual Group 2 placed as well at 2 before sadly dying at 4. Helleberine is another one out of New Orchid, sired by Observatory, winner of 2 of 6 races, rated 112. Again, very good form there, winning the 2010 Prix du Mal at 2, a Group 3, and also winning the listed race of 2010, the Prix 6 Perfections, before finishing second behind Misty for Me in the Boussac, and then also second in one of the leading Guinness trials at Maison Lafitte of 2011, the Prix Imprudence behind Moonlight Cloud. So it always took a good one to beat her, definitely, and then at that early stage. She's the dam of a current stallion, Calix. Calix, who's doing quite well at stud, I think it's fair to say. He signed his first stakes winner the other week. Very good horse on the track, actually beat advertised in the 2018 Group 2 Coventry Stakes at Royal Ascot. And then he followed that up with a win in the Group 3 Pavilion Stakes at Ascot. Only raced 4 times in his career. Highest rating of 118 before leaving Juddmonte to join a stud at Coolmore. People will see there that he's actually doing quite well. Side of 3 flat stakes performers, including the recent Group 2 winner Persian Dreamer. And he's also a couple of Group 2 placed horses as well. Very early days yet, but you have to say that they are quite encouraging. Another one that I found was a Native Trail, obviously the Irish Guineas winner. This gives us an opportunity to check New Orchid, just to see how many times it did race. Actually did only race 5 times. Native Trail obviously was the Guineas winner of 2022 in Ireland. Top class 2-year-old as well, winner of the National Stakes and the Dewhurst, also winner of the Irish 2,000 Guineas, and it was also runner-up, or third maybe, I can't remember now, behind Caribus in the UK 2,000 Guineas. Caribus sadly no longer with us, that's second there, it tells us. Jolly good. Winner of the Group 3 Craven as well, and third in the Eclipse. Disappointed really, I think, the more it went. I think now they have retired it. But it was a classic winner and a top class 2-year-old. And New Orchid is the second dam of Native Trail. The next dam of the horse is a Populi. And that leads us nicely. Did we say this horse is 4F? I think we did. Not sure, but it is. Populi raced 12 times, winning twice. And you'll see there that there's some very good horses coming out now in the mid-70s off this line. 4F as well. We'll take a look at some of them now. Temperance Hill was mentioned there. Winner of 11 of 31 starts and over $1.5 million. There's a lot of money in the mid-70s. Very good horse. Temperance Hill won the Belmont, the Jockey Club Gold Cup, the Travers, Group 2 Arkansas Derby. But for it and won another Group 1, the Suburban Handicap, won the Oak Lawn Handicap. Very good horse, very good form. Champion 3-year-old colt of 1980. Sire in Kentucky, Arizona, I'm going to say AR is, and Thailand. Temperance Hill, a very good horse. Van Lanningham is another interesting one. Van Lanningham won 10 of 19 starts and he nearly won $1.5 million as well. A couple of years later than Temperance, but again, out of Populi. Winner of the Rebel Stakes at 3. And then at 4, it won the Washington, D.C. International, the Jockey Club Gold Cup, Suburban Handicap. It won a lot of races that the horse before Temperance Hill ran in. The Stephen Foster Handicap, it also won. It was second in the Woodward. At 5, it was first in the Canadian Turf Handicap, which was a Group 2. Champion Older Male of 1985. and stood at Kentucky Claiborne Farm and also Oklahoma for a couple of years. That's a very good horse on the track. Another one I found was Funny Moon, winner of 5 out of 15 starts and over $500,000. That won the Coaching Club American Oaks at 3, a Group 1, and at 4 it won another Group 2. The Shuvi Stakes, very good horse. So there's some good horses in the 70s. That one in 2006. Funny Moon. And you'll see that we're sort of down here with Sister Shannon is the 5th dam of this horse. And although there's not really, it's a good long line to the where we are from ours. It's a good long line back on to the main branch. There's some very nice horses. Sister Shannon, the 4th dam. We're right down here. Some very nice horses there. Going back, there doesn't seem to be. It seems to be directly to Beatrice and then a bit of Italian classic form. There's not as much as we would have liked. And I think you can see that from the way Native Trailers ran, A good lot of 2-year-olds we've looked at. That's kicked on a bit in America. It's improved with age in America with Temperance Hill and Van Lanningham. But some of the more recent ones, Native Trail Sneaks a Classic. Calix, very lightly raced. Showed better form at 2, Native Trail, though. New Orchid. What was the other one? Fair Evil was a Group 2 winner. Distant Music, Group 1 winner at 2. We could have. This could be the year to catch this one, if any. Could be a better 2-year-old than a 3-year-old. Could go either way. Either way, I think you people will have to say that the win definitely deserves the horse to be entering into calculations. So before we end the video, I'm going to watch the horse win and we'll close the video now.
Race, they're ready. Fat stall 4 just going forward. Jesse William, that's in. We're ready, we're set. They're off. Racing over 7 furlongs for the Simon Pigott Memorial Race, the EBF Novice Stakes. Away well is Stormy Waves, blue jacket, white cap in the centre. Also breaking well towards the right is Sir Bolton, and prominent between horses Jesse William in red and black. Tucked in behind the pace to the far side in the orange jacket is Midnight Storm, racing in company with the colour change Novella Lad, now in the white jacket, black there, of course, with a white face. Also with a white face, Approval, pale blue jacket, centre field, Dream Selection to the near side with War Rooms. Musical act is well back. Amistoso. Also towards the rear of the field is On the Bubble as they continue their journey. Glistening Nights also towards the back of the field. Back to the halfway point, 3.5 furlongs out. So Bolton towards the right. Just behind that one race is Novello Lad. Kept going Jesse William. Right down the middle, Musical Act getting going. The grey horse in the royal blue. On the extreme right, Midnight Storm is there. Towards the near side, still travelling okay. Stormy Waves with the white cap. User Amistoso, yellow jacket, black striped sleeves near side. Trying to pick up so to his War Rooms in the pale jacket. Far side, Midnight Storm. Towards the near side, User Amistoso. Stackled by Stormy Waves between horses. War Rooms is picking up strongly. War Rooms hits the front for Jim Crowley and quickens on by a couple of lengths in short time, trying to respond. User Amistoso towards the near side, kept going is Stormy Waves, but it's War Rooms in front on debut. Inside the final half, War Rooms is storming away and will go on to land the spoils in good style. War Rooms goes on to win, to User Amistoso in second. Back in third was Stormy Waves. They were clear of Midnight Storm.
Again, we can review this race under fair use. Is what we'll do. Good performance. Very good performance by War Rooms there, I thought. And like I said, there's a lot of good 2-year-olds related to this horse. And that looked a good horse there, didn't it? It quickened, it stayed on, and I thought it won very well. I've not looked where either of them entered, and I like to do that, so we'll have to find Henry Longfellow as well. War Rooms hasn't got any entries at the moment, sadly. And Henry Longfellow, we've just got to get him back up on screen quickly so we can check his entries. War Rooms, I'm sure, will be popping up somewhere along the line. That was a good performance. Sort of horse if it never ran again this year, I would take it forward into the classics. Very good. Yeah, plenty of entries for Henry Longfellow, as you would expect. The EBF Futurity in 9 or 10 days. Also entered in the National. We've got a couple entered in that. We've got them entered in the right races. And the Champagne Stakes as well at Doncaster. Henry Longfellow, 3 entries. War Room, none. But for now, I'm going to leave that video there. Don't forget, classicwatch24.great/site.net is the site for next season. Don't forget your homework earlier from Little Big Bear as well. What I will do is keep forgetting to say this at the end of videos now. I'll leave a steer at the end of the video. There'll also be an option for people who have watched this video and who have chosen not to subscribe. If they wish to, they will be able to. And I will also add the playlist of all the 2-year-olds now. Two nice ones here. I think anybody who watches this video will agree that we could have a good chance with these two, I think. Fingers crossed. Let's hope so. But for now, I'll leave the video there. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening and look after yourselves.